Hello everyone, it's Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving and welcome back to this week's Frugal Grocery Haul. Again, I'm trying to keep my budget low to stay under my monthly $475 budget for our family of 6. So I didn't do necessarily a whole lot of grocery shopping, but I did find some good deals. I want to talk about how I stocked up according to my cheapest grocery store list too. And then I actually did some Easter clearance deals, which I'll go ahead and show you because I love a good clearance deal and you don't always find them, but there were quite a few still going on surprisingly this week. All right, so I have a Walmart and a Meijer haul to show you this week. And actually I won't show you, but last weekend my husband was out running errands and at Menards, and I happened to see that chicken was on sale at Meijer for $1.69 a pound. So he grabbed me 3 big packages of that to kind of restock the chicken. Looking back, I probably should have had him get another package or 2 because that was a really good deal. But we went ahead and got about 15 pounds of chicken. So that is added into my total already when you see it. When I show that for where I am for April, just so you know. So I won't show that. I bought all that chicken and I went ahead and cooked it all up and diced it, and it made enough for, we ate 1 meal, and then I did 4 more meals I think, or 5, I'm trying to remember, of poppy seed chicken diced up and ready to go. So that's in our freezer. That's what I like to do when I buy meat in bulk, is right away I try to prep it into individual meal sized bags for our family. So I already had that trip, but let me flip you around and show you what I got at Meijer and Walmart this week. Let's start with Meijer. Meijer, I went in to get sugar. I noticed when I was doing my cheapest grocery store that for some reason the Meijer sugar, the 4-pound bags, were still at $2.19. The next cheapest price was actually Kroger. Aldi and Walmart were the highest on this one, but even the Kroger price was 60 cents higher. So I was running a little low on sugar and I decided this was a good time to stock up before the price jumped again. So I saved 60 cents on each bag, really, if you think of that, and times 8. So that was $4.80 that I saved just by picking the cheapest grocery store. So using that list of the cheapest grocery store prices really does help you save in simple, easy ways. So I grabbed 8 bags of sugar while I was there. Happened to see M&Ms were marked down to $1.99 because they are Easter M&Ms. I'll use those for monster cookies in the spring. Don't mind those colors. And then that's the grocery things right there. So at Meijer, I spent on the groceries $21.50 just for those couple things. And then I did actually grab this tablecloth, was clearance for $7. I need a new tablecloth for our kitchen table, and it just looked nice and springy. Grabbed these egg dyeing princess things. I think they were 60 cents. Their clearance was 70% off there at Meijer. So I grabbed a couple of those for 60 cents. And then, let's see, the egg dyeing cups were also 60 cents. I've used bowls before, but I have 1 set of those and they are super nice to not have to worry about staining things. So that was my clearance from Meijer. And then I also did Walmart, and Walmart I was specifically going in to pick up milk and eggs and check out the clearance. So I got several clearance things there. But let me show you groceries first. Grab the eggs, 18 or $2.92, so grab that. Some almond milk for $2.44, and the milk, white and chocolate, were both $2.56. And then I happened to see, I was checking the clearance aisle to see if there was any Easter candy left, and there was not. That sadly was gone. I always look for chocolate then. And these Chex Mix boxes were marked down to $1. So the expiration isn't until December, and my kids love Chex Mix as their snack, especially like when we're traveling or when we have company. Just plain Chex Mix. We don't add in any add-ins. So I went ahead and grabbed 4 boxes of those because that's a really great deal. And then a loaf of bread, actually there was marked down to $1. So I'll get that buttered, sliced up buttered, and in the freezer as well, so it's ready for a meal. At Walmart for my groceries, I spent $14.83. And then let me show you the clearance things I got there. So their clearance at Walmart was all 75% off and some great things. I got these baking cups, so they ended up being, 38 cents, I think it was. You get 50 cups, and yeah, Easter and happy Easter, but my kids don't care when I make muffins. It's so much easier than greasing the pan always. So I grabbed those. And then I've learned to, I grabbed these notebooks. They reach $0.25. just some little things. I'll stick those in our Easter bin in the attic for next Easter and stick them in Easter baskets. And then I've learned to always check holiday clearance, especially at Walmart, for travel activities in the summer for my kids. So this Easter art set, it was all princesses, but it's sticker puzzles and different things, which I knew my girls would love. It was 81 cents. So grabbed that right there and grabbed 2 of those for my girls for this summer. And then Lily was shopping with me and saw these and thought this looked super fun. It's just a little activity book with 3 crayons, nothing fancy. But again, it was 81 cents. So grabbed 2 of those for the girls. And this is my favorite. And I found this at Walmart before. So if you ever find these, it's a great deal. It's these invisible ink pads, if you haven't seen them. Like you color over them with that marker and things appear, or you find things and do activities. Normally these are like $5 to $8 depending on the size of the pad, and they are super fun. So you see this one was normally $5, so I got it for $1.20 was what I got it. $1.21, $1.25 I think it was, but great deal. So again, those couple things right here, those things and this I'll pack away for our summer travels. We do a lot of long road trips, and I've just learned having little surprises to pull out each day for the kids helps make our thousands of miles that we drive pass a lot faster. So lots of fun clearance, not a lot of groceries, just really some basics this week, stockpiling on those things. But let me flip around and tell you where we are for the month of April so far. Don't you just love a good clearance deal when you can find them? I don't always find the holiday deals as often as we do. It seems like there's less and less, but for some reason there has been a decent amount of Easter clearance left, especially considering that we're 2 weeks out past Easter now. So I was thrilled with that. I have another friend who loves to find clearance deals with me, so we tend to text back and forth when we find good markdowns on the seasonal clearance and let each other know what price it's at, what store, and how much is left, because you know, you don't want to go for just a couple things, but if they have a variety of things, it's a good place to look. And think outside the box with clearance too. Again, like muffin liners, it doesn't matter what season you use those. If you're getting them at cheaper than just the plain ones, we can use seasonal ones. You know, the same thing with cake mixes or frostings or icings, sprinkles. I saw a lot of those things. We had plenty, so I passed on those. Or again, the Easter activities. My kids won't care as we're driving if those are technically Easter activities. They won't even know. So think outside the box. Go ahead, think for stocking stuffers as you're shopping clearance deals. You know, think for birthday gifts. Always look ahead with clearance and just see how you can stretch your money further in doing that. All right, so my total for the month now, grocery-wise, including the chicken from last week, takes me now to $380.53 for the month of April out of $475. About a week left now, a little more than a week, and that leaves me just at $95 to spend. So I feel very good about that. The Kroger deals this week are just fine. Check them out if you have a Kroger close by. Milk was $1.29 for us for a half gallon, but it was actually just slightly cheaper to buy it at Walmart since I was already there. And I didn't feel like there was anything I necessarily had to have. So since I was checking out the Easter clearance at Meijer and Walmart, that's why I just did that little bit of shopping there. The other thing, if you haven't already and you haven't catched my video, be sure you check that out about cheapest grocery store. And if you're not on my newsletter list, I actually am a blogger, if you don't know that. I've been doing that for a decade, actually. Just been on YouTube this year, but I've been blogging for over 10 years at Joyfully Thriving about how to save money on groceries and all these kinds of things we chat about. So I have a weekly newsletter list that comes out every Friday where I talk about a lot of different things like this too. And going out tomorrow to all my newsletter subscribers this week, and it's free for anyone who signs up. You can get instant access to my newsletter, but it has this whole price list of everything, all 183 items from my cheapest grocery store at all the stores. I'll just zoom in there so you can see it's just organized. Like you can go through, you can see the store, and then I included my stock up price because I think that's really important. I'll get really close so you can just see that it's all in there, and it's really helpful, I think, to even look through it. Now, prices do vary around the country, but I have all of this. I have what's the lowest and highest prices, my shopping, like which things I recommend you buy at each store. I did all of that, and the stock up price list. I think all those things are helpful. It's like a 51-page download, but again, Totally free when you sign up for my newsletter list. It is on my website. I'll leave that link below in the description if you want to check it out. And I'm going to be talking more about it tomorrow in my newsletter list too. So just a heads up on that if you want to join me there. But all right, how's your shopping going this week? Did you find any Easter clearance deals? Do you shop the holiday clearance? Christmas is my favorite clearance deal to shop at normally, but I have to say, the Easter deals were good for me right now this year. Not a lot, but just a couple different things. So thanks for joining me in this video. I hope that your shopping is going well this month too, and I will see you next week with another Frugal Grocery Haul.